Hello, my friends. If you are in your 50s, perimenopause, postmenopause, wherever you fall in that category, you probably remember the Clean Plate Club. Yep, I grew up with that. That is where you had to eat what was on the plate because that's what you did. You never left food. And growing up that way, I learned that it was important to eat what was given to you, whether you like it or you don't like it. And that gave me a lifetime of feeling like I shouldn't eat just because I'm hungry, or I shouldn't stop just because I'm not hungry anymore, but I had to clean my plate. And so it took a lot of reframing. And over the years of coaching, I find this is a common thing with women, and men for that matter, is that we feel like we have to eat those 3 meals and some snacks, and doesn't matter if we get full halfway through, we need to finish it. But what I want you to think about is I don't need to finish that. I can stop when my hunger is done. I can save the rest for another day, another time. I can toss it out without regret, recycle it, and put it in my composting bin. Whatever the case may be, I give you permission to stop eating when you're full. And really think about those hunger cues. For instance, I used to eat my biggest meal at dinner time because that's how I was taught to eat. But now that is my smallest meal because I don't need that energy for sleeping. I need the energy during the day where I get up, I work out, I'm busy all day, I'm running around with my grandson, whom you'll meet a little later in this podcast. And that is when you need that energy to fuel your body. So listen to those hunger cues. Now, don't let yourself get crazy hungry. It's okay to feel hunger. That's our other thing that we think about is that, oh my goodness, if I don't eat this now, I'll be hungry in 2 hours. It's okay. You can eat a little more after that. And it's okay to remain hungry. It's okay. And oftentimes we think we're hungry when we're actually thirsty. So that is my other point. I want you to work on your hydration. And when I say hydration, don't drink your calories. So when I first start working with people, I am constantly amazed at the amount of calories we take in just for what we drink. Really concentrate on drinking water. As a minimum, drink about 50% of your ounces for your weight. So if you're 100 pounds, you can drink 50 ounces of water. I always shoot for a gallon of water because we want to be well hydrated. In addition to that, a little bit of Celtic salt on the tongue or in your water will really help with electrolytes and helping your body maintain all that good hydration, because it's not just about the water that we're drinking. But let's get back to our Clean the Plate Club. So now we know we're not going to have to worry about Clean the Plate Club. And we know as we get older, us ladies especially need to have those higher protein diets because we start to lose muscle mass and we don't want to do that. So we need to counteract it, which brings me to today's episode. I am not a huge lover of chicken, and I know that is a great protein to have. And I'm not dissing my friends who are meat-free. That's all cool. You can get your protein in other ways. But for me, chicken is only good as chicken salad or even turkey salad. I don't really like turkey plain. I had to find a way to make it both delicious and palatable. I like chicken salad a whole lot. But when I started using Hellmann's mayonnaise or Duke's mayonnaise, I live in the South, so you have to have Duke's. I wanted to take a look. What in the world is mayonnaise made out of? We have a full heap of ingredients, right? And it's made with low quality oils. So what I look for in mine is to really change that to a nice high quality oil and a high quality ingredients that we recognize so we don't have to be a biochemist to understand what's in something. All right, let's get started. I'll show you how to make it. Welcome to Lean and Clean with Fitness Chef Christine. I have my best helper. Today I have my grandson Ronan, and he's gonna help us chop up chicken the easy way. So I bought a rotisserie chicken and I pulled the chicken off, and now we're gonna use our hand beater to chop it up further. So Ronan, can you put your hand on here, Grandma? He can get started. Hold on, it's getting better. But hard. We messed it up a little bit somehow. My little guy unplugged it, but we're gonna plug it back in. There we go. Let's try this again, huh? There we go. What about you? Oh yeah. Let the chicken toss it on the chicken. And we start to pull the chicken one more. around and up all the person, keep it all nice and fine. This is something fun you can do with kids because they're no blade. Obviously, you want to keep your hands on the top, but it's very important to have kids in the kitchen, I think, because it teaches them where the food comes from, and it gives them life skills and an appreciation for food. All good things as they get older, huh? Right, Ronan? Okay, we are at a big point. And if you still find that your chicken is a little too chunky for your liking, then it's no problem. You can always go ahead and chop it up more. This gives you a very cold chicken consistency. We're all done with that. Thank you for your help. Great job. And with the bones of the chicken, I'm going to put them in a large Instant Pot, cover it with water and vegetables. So I'll put all my vegetable scraps in there, my carrots, my celery, my onions, and we're just going to put that on a soup mode and let that go. That will create our future chicken stock for anything else we might need because we don't want to waste anything. And we're going to continue with this chicken in a little bit. I'm going to show you how we're going to make our green goddess mayonnaise to go with that chicken salad. It is fabulous. So stick around. I gotta go chase after my grandson. My grandson ditched me. He's almost 4 years old, so his attention span is like a little itty bitty, but he loves to taste test everything once it's done. First thing we're going to do, like I said, we're going to make our own mayo. Now, this one is a vegan mayo. You could certainly make it with a full egg, but this time we're going to use aquafaba, which is chickpea juice, chickpea canned juice. So we're just going to add about a quarter cup. You can measure it out if you want to. And then we're going to use a good quality olive oil. I am using this one in 3/4 of a cup. Of course, you know that beeper goes off as soon as we start. I'm going to pour that in there. It's going to go a baby pinch of salt because we want it to taste good. Add in some Dijon mustard. I'm using about 1.5 teaspoons, so 1/2 tablespoon of Dijon mustard. Now, just like everything else, we're going to taste test it at the end to make sure it has the flavor that we like. Fresh lemon. Now, you could use just vinegar, but I love the freshness of lemon. So you choose what works for you. I'm going to squeeze it over my fingers and let it drop through just in case we get any pits in there. We don't want that. So the juice of 1/2 a lemon was great. And then I'm going to do a teaspoon of this white wine vinegar. You could use apple cider vinegar, whatever you have on hand works. You have to figure out what you like. We're going to put in some pepper, and this is where the magic happens. All right. Got the old boat motor here. If you don't have one, you can use a regular blender. You can use a food processor. This is just convenient. Okay. So we start just a whiz first. And now we're just going to go. It'll get foamy, and then it'll get thick. Carry on, but it's being a little bit of a bite. I'm going to keep going with this, and then I'm going to show you once it's thick what we want to do with it. It takes about 2 minutes, and I don't want to take your time while showing you how to do that. Simple. Right before it is fully thickened, we're going to see ribbons starting to form. We're going to add a handful of spinach. And pack it in there, and then a few sprigs of fresh basil. So I've got a fresh basil plant. We're just going to pop that in there. Excuse me. And start running that in. That's fun. All right, now the water from the spinach, the natural water from the spinach and the basil is going to make it a little bit thinner. And that's what we want for our chicken salad because we want it to be able to be nice and creamy and a little bit on the looser side. So we don't need quite as much of it. Now, the rest of it we'll just save for into some recipe, but it's perfect. And you may be wondering, well, what are we doing with the rest of these? So these are a great little snack. You hit them with a little bit of sesame tahini until they're all coated. You spice them up, you pop them in the air fryer, and they make a nice little crunchy bit. It's delicious. All right, so we're going to give this final stir. Dump all the leftover bits. Now here's the chicken that I chopped up with my grandson. We're just going to pop that in here. Now you may be thinking, wait a minute, what does this have to do with cleaning your plate or anything else? Like I said, when we are eating lots of protein, it keeps us full longer. And that satiation is what helps us to not overeat, right? We want to not get our calories from the drinks that we have or anything like that. So the more that we can get it from food and protein, the better we are. It'll keep our muscle tone better. It will keep us full longer. Always so important. Okay, let's take a little taste test. And I'm going to add a little bit of onion to it. It's good, but we need some salt. I got some kosher salt here. Let's sprinkle it over there. We'll add half a diced onion. I love onion, but that's always going to be my go-to. I'm going to add a little bit more lemon juice because, I love that freshness. Got that nice hint of basil to it. Got the half of the spinach in there, so we've got some extra veggies. I sneak in veggies in everything I possibly can. Here we go. All right. To kill all those taste testy. Oh, it's super yummy. Just at that nice little balance of the freshness of the lemons and the basil, salt, pepper. It's delicious. So, feel free, if you want to use regular mayo, you have my blessing to do so. And just throw it in a blender, add some fresh lemon juice, add some basil and some spinach in there, and infuse it like it is. You could also use Greek yogurt. It'll have a little more tang, or even better is blended cottage cheese. Don't ever underestimate how great it is for making dressings. But I hope you will try this. For one, it leaves you with great snacky bits in the chickpeas. And for two, it's a great way to incorporate and not that leftover juice, so you're not just wasting it. If you're using the chickpeas in some other recipe. I love this chicken salad, both on a lettuce wrap or on some fresh sourdough bread. And in fact, I'm getting ready to bake some sourdough here in a few minutes. So you can guess what I'll be having for dinner. I'll be having an open-faced green goddess chicken salad into one bowl. I hope that you hydrate well. I hope that you fuel your body. I hope you get lots of movement in there. And if I can ever help you in any way, or if you have questions or ideas for future episodes, please hit me up. I'm always available to talk to you, pray for each of you. My mission is to encourage you, and that I feel like we can do all things with God's help, right? God has blessed me with the opportunity to learn, and I want to pass it on to y'all. Have a very blessed day. Eat well and enjoy. Sending you lots of love until our next episode. Well, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit those little stars, please. And make sure that you leave a comment. I much appreciate it. Love y'all. Bye.